Texas. They say everything's bigger here, and they're right. We've got big cars, big hearts, and even bigger steaks. This is beef country, Texas, home to the Alamo, the Cowboys, and the largest military installation known to man. So big, it has a big name. Fort Hood, the great place. It's got a Texas-sized podcast as well. And this is it, right here, Fort Hood's great big podcast. Yeehaw.
And we hit the right button.
Yes.
We're back.
First time.
I'm Dave Larsen.
I'm Specialist Brianna Do.
Yes, you are.
And I'm Sergeant Lessard.
Yay.
Who doesn't have a first name.
Sergeant is her first name.
Yeah. Sergeant Melissa
Sergeant.
Lessard.
Okay, so the gang's all here.
Yes.
It is a new trio.
Mm-hmm. Looks a little different in here.
Charlie will be soon flying to Japan.
Yes.
I looked at his empty desk and I was a little sad.
Yeah,
He's going to the future.
he is. He is
Literally.
going back to the future.
Exactly.
Yeah. But both of you, thanks for being here,
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
are injured.
Yes.
I have the walking wounded in the office today.
Yes.
Tell me, Brianna,
Yes.
what did you do to yourself?
So my neck decided.
Do I have to read you your HIPAA rights first?
Oh no, you're good.
Okay, thanks.
My neck decided it just wanted to seize up on me yesterday evening. So it was a very eventful time driving into work today.
So you can't look at her without turning your body, huh?
Yes, exactly. There's a lot of turning going on.
And you, lady, we're on quarters for 2 days already.
Yes, I hurt my back doing the deadlift severely.
That ACFT, man, I feel like it's going to hurt so many of us.
What I've learned from it is make sure you're doing the deadlift properly with proper form, because any tweak in your movement, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And that is an event in the new
Yes.
ACFT.
The growing
thing,
pains.
whatever.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm retired.
Right?
I really am.
Did you see all there's 6 events now and you're just like, not dealing with
no
that.
problem. Yeah. Well, you guys have fun with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're having some kind of fun.
Yeah.
Struggle bussing over here.
So last week's episode, brought up Charlie Mabe, was his last. And we actually taped it before the elections, even though it came out on the 5th.
Yes.
So here we are a week later. Did you vote?
Yes. I
did too.
I did not.
Oh, no.
Come on. What's the story? What's the story?
So I wanted to vote because this would have been the first year that I've ever voted.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Ever?
Ever.
What?
But I wanted to be a registered voter from Maine and not do it in Texas.
Right.
Yes.
And the day that I was going to print out my absentee ballot,
Yeah.
I lost access to a printer. And
No.
You missed the deadline.
I missed the deadline, so we never actually registered.
Oh, so it
Okay.
wasn't voter fraud. It was just operator error.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So are you still working through registering now, even though it's over? Because you still have time now.
I'm not even going to bother.
Oh.
I'll wait. I'll wait until I go back. I haven't done it yet. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thanksgiving's on the way.
I'm
The
so
holidays
excited.
are getting here.
Yes. Best time of the year.
Let me just do my happy dance for Thanksgiving.
So you're going to stay local, right?
Yes.
Melissa? Yeah? How about you? You going to go home and see family? Family's not that far.
Well, we're not allowed to go to Dallas right now. So we have the 100-mile restrictions. I mean, and even though Dallas is within 100, we're still not allowed to go to the county. I'm hoping they'll lift it.
Can't they come to you?
I think there's an exception to policy that he talked about last week for holiday leave. If you're taking leave.
Yeah, it's not, but we get time off for Thanksgiving. It's not like official leave.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they would want to come to me. My family's not really keen on coming to Fort Hood. I don't know why.
Not a lot to do in Central Texas? No,
there's a lot to do, but yeah, I think, maybe there's some money or, they're doing their own thing, but I'm hoping. Before we hear about the upcoming Holiday Bazaar, we're going to do something we haven't done in a really long while, which is take you on location. So Dave got up at the crack of dawn on Saturday morning to check out a partnership between the installation and our neighbors.
That's right, Brianna. On Saturday, November 7th, hundreds gathered at the Fort Hood Visitors Center outside the Burning Back main gate for a beautification project.
Nice.
You know what those are, right?
Oh, too much. I know too much about that.
3 Corps and Fort Hood Command Sergeant Major Cliff Burgoyne told me that it was a whole lot more, though, than just a really big police call.
Nice.
Yes, it's a little bit more than police call. We're gonna roughly have about 400 volunteers. They're gonna come out and really do some community service. If you look at the way we grow up in the United States, we grow up as a community. So it takes a community to really kind of teach you the different things in life about discipline, standards and discipline. How to keep things clean. And so what we've done is we've gotten together with AUSA, our community partners in the Killeen, Coppers Cove area, and we are going to beautify the entrance of Fort Hood and TJ Mills.
Kelly Brown is the president of AUSA Central Texas chapter. He said giving back to the local community, especially Fort Hood, has a special meaning to him.
Absolutely. So, yeah, my heart is overwhelmed with the pouring of support that we've gotten from the community and soldiers alike, because we're seeing them all coming in right now. So it's big for me. And being a son of a soldier and not serving, but being a part of this community my entire life, it's more than I could ever ask for.
Brown said this project was part of an AUSA mentoring program his chapter started recently. Just another way for the troops to meet and learn from community leaders.
And the idea is we want soldiers and their families to have the ability to reach out to community leaders, whether it's from a point of just an interest in entrepreneurship, an interest in spiritual knowledge, if they're interested in opening a business or getting into real estate, whatever it may be. We want to be able to take that soldier or that family member and link them with somebody within the community that's had success in that field and help them. And beyond that, we really want it to become a friendship and a relationship with somebody they can also go to and back and forth.
Among approximately 400 folks turning out for the Beautification project were several community leaders, including Killeen Mayor Jose Segarra.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I just want to say real quickly on behalf of the city of Killeen, we're very appreciative of what you're doing. First of all, thank you for the invite, because this is a great event. I just want to take a moment to recognize a couple of members that are on our city council. They are community leaders. We have our Mayor Pro Tem, Mr. Kilpatrick, right there. And one of our council members, Mr. Harris. So, we're out here because we think that events like this is what makes both, Fort Hood and our community great. And I think that we'll see more and more of these great events. We really love our soldiers. We know you guys do a lot, not just inside the fort, but outside in our community. And we really appreciate that. This is a combination of so many different groups and organizations. And that's what really makes up our community. And we're really proud of that. So again, on behalf of the great city of Killeen, I just want to take the time just to say thank you. Thank you for what you're doing out here today. And hopefully we'll continue to do great things like this together. And we'll get to know each other real well. So with that said, thank you very much, Mr. Fernando.
Some area high schoolers came out as well, but many more were non-commissioned officers like Staff Sergeant Edward Wright. He's a basic leadership course instructor at Fort Hood's Non-Commissioned Officer Academy.
I'm out here today because just helping Fort Hood, period, is something that we all should strive to do. This is my home, so I would always love to volunteer.
A driving theme of today's event is mentorship between the community and the soldiers and those on Fort Hood. And you're a non-commissioned officer, I'm sure mentorship is a big thing to you. So how important is mentorship between service members and the local community important?
So mentorship to me, sir, is by far the most important thing in the Army. Mentorship is the only reason why I'm still in the military. This is my favorite thing about the military. When you reach out to mentoring to the community, that's something that people forget about, but it matters as well. Because Fort Hood is not just Fort Hood. We got the surrounding area clean as well. So if we're not taking care of our neighbors around us, we're just doing ourselves no justice at all.
Private First Class Ethan Thiel came out to help with his sergeant. The 20-year-old infantryman from the 3rd Cavalry Regiment's Tiger Squadron has been at Fort Hood for 7 months. He said his Army experience so far has been nothing but positive.
Since I've been here, I've seen a lot of good things changing. I've seen a lot of actual effort to get to know people and to understand what they're going through and to put forth effort to help them with what they're going through. So I would say so, yep.
PFC Field and the rest of the volunteers were treated to breakfast for their efforts. As Fort Hood continues its efforts to put people first, Saturday's event added to that by bringing people together in a common cause. Oh, and about that mentoring program, the AUSA program also offers professional development forums to enhance military careers, all in an effort to help strengthen the relationship between soldiers and the local community. Oh, and if you're interested in participating in the mentoring program, give AUSA a call at 254-258-9059.
Good stuff. After the break, we will be back in the studio hearing from the Fort Hood Spouses Club about their upcoming 39th Annual Holiday Bazaar. Right after these messages.
Midnight. The perfect time for a sneaky snack while everyone's asleep. This and a little bit of that.
Say, Phil.
God, you frightened me. How did you get in my house?
Silly, Phil. It's me.
Elf? Elf on our shelf?
That's right, Phil. I see everything, including you not practicing good cybersecurity. So I got all your passwords and stole your identity, and now this is my house, Phil. My house. You go sit on a shelf, Phil.
This holiday season, it's more important than ever to practice good cybersecurity. After all, you never know who's watching. If you've got problems and feel like you just can't get answers, there's a place for you to turn. The Inspector General's Hotline. They take your issues seriously. If you're at the end of your rope and need someone to reach out to, grab a pen and take down this number. 254-287-7209. That's 254-287-7209. The Fort Hood Office of the Inspector General. They inspect generals, so you don't have to.
Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast. Close enough for the government, good enough for you.
Welcome back. So today we have with us two very special guests. We have Brooke Worden, who is the Bazaar Chairman for the Fort Hood Spouses Club. And we also have Grace Phelps, who is the first Vice President. So please tell us a little bit about the Bazaar event.
It is our 39th Annual Holiday Bazaar. It is November 14th and 15th at the Clean Civic Center on W.S. Young. It is open to the public. It is our largest fundraiser with the Fort Hood Spouses Club each year. Last year alone, the event raised over $20,000.
Wow.
That we were able to give that money back to charity.
That's wonderful.
Well, let's talk about the event itself. What can folks expect to see when they show up?
Okay. A lot of smiling faces. We have over 80 vendors this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have Santa himself, who will be making an appearance. So you can come and get your children's picture taken with Santa Claus.
There you go.
We have a coffee bar. We have a huge variety of crafts.
Right.
Some of them are retired military spouses or military members. Some of them are current military spouses, as well as just local people from the community and throughout the state of Texas.
It's being held at the Killeen Civic and Conference Center.
Yes, sir.
Right. You guys actually started it on post way back in the
Many
day, and you
years
all
ago.
grew Fort Hood, right?
Yes.
That is correct.
So kind of give me can you guys give me kind of the history of the event a little bit?
Well, we don't know exactly when we came back, when we left post,
Right.
but we did get so big
Yeah.
that we needed more room, and so we've been holding it at the Killeen Civic Center for quite a number of years
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have no problem filling that up.
Yes.
Well,
It's a charitable organization.
Yes.
And all the money you guys make goes towards charities. Talk about some of the things that you guys do with the funds that you collect.
Okay. There is an $8 entrance fee to come to the bazaar, but 100% of that is what goes back to our community outreach program.
Okay.
So, like I said, last year, this event alone raised over $20,000. The Fort Hood Spouses Club on a whole does 3 fundraisers a year. And we gave away over $40,000 in grants last year.
Yes.
We gave, of course, to the Fort Hood Scholarship Fund, as well as
And we're digging for it.
we're digging for it, yes. Like the Texas Humane Society, the Central Texas Veterans Cemetery. So not just on post, we like to spread it throughout the community.
Sure. You guys get in the holiday spirit. You came in there with the headdresses.
Yes, I love it.
I mean, how? Why is it important to you? Because this is kind of like the kickoff of the season for Fort Hood.
Yes.
It is. We like to think of it as the start of your holiday shopping, the start of the holiday season.
That's so smart.
And
to get in first.
And it's easy, you know,
Yeah.
because that brings such smiles and happiness to everybody. And we like to tote our Santa to come out and have your pictures taken with him. And we have a full setup for that this year. So we're excited. And it just helps to spread the cheer.
Grace,
That's great.
Before we started, you said that you had been there before as a shopper. So when you walk into a bazaar, what draws your eye?
Well, I'm actually a crafter myself. I've
Okay.
always been a vendor. Last year, I came aboard as the chair. I actually face painted Brooke's face and told her, "You don't know this, but next year you're going to be doing my job." And here we are.
Yes.
And here you are.
A
Yes,
year
sir.
later. But I love to shop to see the homemade crafts, you know, cash and carry craft items, and the wide plethora of choices from vendors that come from all over Texas, because you never know. I want that until you see it.
So are either of you the Christmas decor people where the house just transforms
Oh yes.
for the holiday season?
yeah.
Both of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
I start with my trees, up to bottom.
Trees?
Yes.
Plural. How many?
This year I'm going for 5. Wow. So my husband's not a fan, but God love him, he's a good sport.
I guess this is your favorite holiday.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll do 4 real and 1 massive, huge real tree.
So do either of you do the yard and the house as well?
We do not so much this year because we're on post,
Right.
but we normally do the outside of the house. We go crazy with lights everywhere.
Right.
Do lights.
We do.
We do a lot of lights, but we
Right.
do not have any of the blow-ups.
No,
That's where
no
he
blow-ups.
draws the line. That's like, no blow-ups. Fill the house with trees, no blow-ups.
I think holidays, American holidays, people will either go crazy on Halloween, and you have those, right? Melissa, what do you do for Christmas decorations? Holiday
I
decorations?
only decorate the inside of my house. I don't go crazy with Christmas. I go crazy with Halloween.
Oh, you're the Halloween
Yes,
gal.
I'm a Halloween.
Okay, so yours is past.
Yes. I did have a question about the bazaar because I've been to a few bazaars back home, and I love shopping homemade crafts and everything. So can you give an example of some of the items that people generally make so they know what to look forward to?
Certainly. This is a juried bazaar, which means that not only am I the first VP, but I'm the vendor chair. So I work under Brooke. So I get to select the vendors who come to the show, and I will take a couple of miscellaneous vendors. We have a small amount of direct sales. So we will have like Sensi, Mary Kay, those kind of people there. But the majority of my vendors I pick who do crafts. And we have currently at present time 2 people who will be doing huge wooden flags that are beautiful. They are rustic things and tuckered and tattered. They're gorgeous.
Wow.
I mean, I can't say enough about them. We bought some last year. We have a vendor doing Chenango ponies, which is a collectible item. These
A what
horses,
pony?
Chenango.
Okay.
You'll have to look at
I gotta look that. How do you spell that again?
Chenango.
Okay.
They're beautiful. We have the Sisters Texas and TikTok clocks coming. These are returning vendors. These ladies do handcrafted items that are just beautiful. And we have GPAW's workshops. Now these people, they're friends of the Fort Hood Spouses Club. They make pens that look like from bullets.
Okay.
Antlers. They are to die for. They're very good. They're very pretty. We have returning vendors that do woodworking. Gene's Woodcraft is one of our returning vendors, and he does beautiful cutting boards, bowls made out of wood. So,
Wow.
So, of course, we'll have things like jewelry vendors, makeup vendors, a lot of things.
All the
purses.
things.
This event is your largest.
It is.
Fundraiser.
Correct.
What are the other 2? I know Wild West. I've been to before.
Wild West Night will be in March.
It's March 5th, and then the golf scramble will be May 7th.
Okay. And the scholarship, you guys are heavily involved in that. Normally, it's for high school seniors, right?
Well, the main scholarship fund is not run by the Fort Hood Spouses Club. That's a different entirety.
Right.
We give a large grant to the Fort Hood Scholarship Fund every year.
Okay. So one more time, when is this going to happen and where? And the times and all that good stuff?
It is November 14th and 15th. On the 14th, we will have an 8:45 ribbon cutting. We have Santa's going to be part of our ribbon cutting, as long as some of our favorite vendors.
And it'll be from 9 to 6 on Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 4.
10 to 4 on Sunday.
At the Killeen Civic and Conference Center on W.S. Young. It's $8 to get in. That's for both days.
Right.
So you can come, bring your kids, get their picture taken with Santa.
Get those Christmas cards out there.
Yes.
Dump the kids and go shopping.
Yes. Leave, take them back home, come back, and it is guilt-free shopping.
Oh, there you go.
That's great.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. And
Yes.
you guys have a great time at the Fort Hood Spouses Club Holiday Bazaar, 39th Annual.
That's correct.
Yes.
Hope to see you all there.
Hey golfers, are you looking for a new course to play? The Courses of Clear Creek is a 27-hole course with challenging greens located in the scenic rolling hills of Fort Hood. With a 300-yard driving range, 2 putting greens, and a 4-hole kids course, we're the premier golf course in Central Texas. Our pro shop is always stocked with the latest golfing equipment and name brand apparel, while our beautiful pavilion overlooking the course is a great place to enjoy a cold beverage. The Courses of Clear Creek, open to the public, offering annual, monthly, and summer membership packages. Give us a call today at 254-287-4130 or find us on the web at hood.armymwr.com.
Here he is, Jeff Snarkworthy.
Thank you, yeah. If you've got a sudden, unexpected fever, you might have coronavirus. If you've traveled from or through a state where coronavirus is prevalent, you might have coronavirus. If that fever of yours, if it's accompanied by a feeling of shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, you might have coronavirus.
Coronavirus is steadily spreading across not only the United States, but the world. Being aware of the signs and symptoms of coronavirus helps keep us all safe. If you suspect that you may have been infected with the virus, call 254-553-6612. That's the Fort Hood Health Hotline, 254-553-6612.
If you've been around some place where people were infected, if you got that fever, shortness of breath, and a cough, you might have coronavirus.
Coronavirus. It's no laughing matter.
Hello?
Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast. Your tax dollars at work.
So, now that the bazaar talk is over.
How bizarre.
Right? So, have y'all been starting to hear Christmas music already?
My wife watches Hallmark all day.
Yikes. You get your fair
Well, I'm
share of
here,
it.
so it's okay.
Oh,
She can watch it all day long.
There you go.
My
Yeah.
neighbors put out their Christmas decorations already.
Yeah, people are doing that.
Why don't?
Putting up trees already.
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's for me. That's Thanksgiving
Yes,
weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend is when the
right?
trees go
That's when the
up.
lights go up, and if I'm lazy, no lights.
Yes.
Just the tree.
And that's when the music, I feel, is supposed to start. The Christmas music.
Yeah.
Gets me in the spirit.
Yeah.
But speaking of music,
yes.
Do any of you guys play any? Do y'all have any musical inclinations with instruments or singing?
I do.
You do?
You do.
Yes.
Yes. So surprised.
I'm shocked.
So I played music from the age of 8 to the age of 22.
Wow.
What'd you play?
I started off with the flute, went to the alto sax, taught myself how to play the piano.
Wow.
Did violin lessons. I also played instruments for the Navy and was a part of an a cappella
I
group.
was thinking kazoo or nose harp.
We did have that nose kazoo player.
I know,
Remember
that was
that?
awesome.
That was crazy. I'd never seen that. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, you can make fun of me now. All right. 6th grade, they make you do music in grade school and all that. And mercifully, when I get to junior high, they said, oh, you can just like take music appreciation. So 6th grade, they handed me what they called back in the day a recorder. You know what those are, right?
Oh, yeah.
I started on the recorder.
Yeah. So, the last song I ever played was Three Blind Mice.
Nice.
On the recorder.
Classic recorder song.
Absolutely.
My favorite was Hot Cross Buns.
Isn't that the same song?
I think it might be.
Three blind mice, hot cross buns.
Actually, yeah.
It is.
It is the
It's
same.
the same
Oh my
song.
goodness. Kindred spirits.
I know. We know how to play hot cross buns.
That's right.
Yeah.
Classic.
Don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. All right. Why
that's
do
great.
we want to talk about music, Brianna?
Well, today we have let me start that over. So today we have
I'm leaving that in.
the woodwinds. Oh no.
Come on.
They're all going to hear me mess up our introduction. Well, so we are the Modular Winds woodwind group. So normally we would be called a woodwind quintet, but the amount of people in the group is modular, so it's changing.
6 of you.
There was 6 today, but tomorrow there might be 7 or there might be 5.
Wow.
Yeah, just like the Army, we're always changing and adjusting.
And you're going to play something for us on the show.
Yes.
That has special meaning. What is that?
Yes. So we're going to be playing the Legend of Zelda music. The
Tell
French...
me more and why.
So there is a Legend of Zelda video game coming out this month. And it's the first release that Nintendo has had in a few years for the Zelda series. It's pretty big. So it's the Breath of the Wild 2, Age of Calamity, which is a prequel to the first Breath of the Wild video game that came out when it came out when the Nintendo Switch came out and was debuted. That was the first video game that they released, which was massively popular.
So you're gamers out there in the audience, they understood what you just said, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. How about you, Melissa? You tracking?
So the only reason why I looked up a Nintendo Switch is because my kids went through this book. They're like, "Oh, we want this for Christmas," and I'm like, "You're not getting that for Christmas."
Did it too pricey?
Yes.
Yeah, you think. So, what type of music is played for the Legend of Zelda?
So one of our arrangers, she's actually the bassoon player, Sergeant Sonia Larsen. She put together...
Good name.
Yes. She put together a variety of tunes, like really popular ones, and kind of compiled them all together into this little medley that we all play.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah, she's a really great arranger.
Okay, so you got to stop talking and you got to get your instrument ready, right?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Bye. That was weird. Okay.
I didn't know you wanted me to say bye.
That was weird. So this is the modular. Help me out.
Modular winds.
Modular woodwinds.
Okay.
Modular.
So
Modular.
she's going to say bye and you're going to go, who are these people coming in? No, shh, you're gone. So, Melissa, who are these people coming in? Seriously.
Oh, the modular woodwinds.
Okay. What does that mean? Did she say?
They're changing all the time from 5 to 7 to it could be an email.
Whatever.
So it's not a quintet.
What is it?
Is it quintet 4? 5.
Quintet's 5.
But they
Quartet is 4. If you have 6, you know what it is?
What?
It's a sextet. I'm not kidding. I just snorted. And here they are.
What is life? What's an honorable discharge? Sounds disgusting. Where'd my filing? Which end of the horse do I stick the carrot in?
Sporky asks a question.
I don't know. Hey, everybody. Sporky here, and I've got a big question. What is OPSEC?
Fork utensil. How is it that you don't know about operational security?
Annie Pumpkin. No need to be so formal. You can call me Sporky. All my friends do. And I know all about operational poo-poo. But what is OPSEC?
Operational security's OPSEC, fork utensil.
Ooh, maybe it's OPSEC. That's spicy. Where do babies come from?
Fork utensil.
It must have something to do with the military and things. I know. I'll take pictures of stuff all over post and put them on the internet and ask, is this OPSEC? Is this OPSEC?
Fork utensil,
Ooh,
you
it
better
sure
not.
smells like OPSEC.
Look, there are 5 steps to OPSEC.
Oh.
Identifying critical information, identifying the threat, assessing vulnerabilities, analyzing the risk, and developing and applying countermeasures. The OPSEC is pretty common sense, like not talking about troop movements or other sensitive things.
You mean it's a process by which organizations assess and protect information about things that could, if properly analyzed and grouped with other data by a clever adversary, reveal a bigger picture than ought to stay hidden.
That's exactly right, fork thingy.
Forky.
And like they used to say, loose lips sink ships.
Ooh, I love a good submarine joke, but seriously, where do babies come from?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Practicing good OPSEC is everybody's job. Protect your fellow service members. Don't be a sporky.
Masks on for safety, masks on for safety. In the store, walk in the door. Masks on for safety, masks on for safety. Day or night, do what's right.
Look, ad jingles aren't going to stop the coronavirus, but wearing a mask or a face covering can help lower the chance of infection or spread. So do your part and mask up. Or we may just have to keep singing.
Masks on for safety, masks on for safety. Be a mouth and noser, or else you're a poser.
Do what's right. Save a life. Wear a mask.
Got a problem? Write your congressman. Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
Coming on strong on a Monday. I feel so low, won't be long.
And welcome back. And you can name that tune in how many notes?
What does that mean?
Well, she knows.
Yeah.
That was the Legend of Zelda.
We were living the legend.
They were living the legend.
Of Zelda.
First team.
Yes.
For the legend. So how did they do, Melissa?
They were awesome.
That was you clapping?
Yay.
I was clapping.
Yeah.
You had the front row seat in there.
Yes, I know. So I really like it when musicians play and they get full body into it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love it.
It's a full experience.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I dug it. It was great.
Yay.
We're going to use this
So
a lot.
glad.
You know,
Awesome.
pieces of it here, pieces of it there.
Yeah,
but
I'd love to hear
You get
it.
to hear the whole thing. Well, you just
Mhm.
did.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, you know what we got coming up next week?
Thanksgiving.
Well, it's not Thanksgiving next week, but we are going to talk to the food service guys here at Fort Hood.
Oh, that's
Who
great.
feed thousands and thousands of soldiers.
Yes.
All right. Tell me about your dining facility, DFAC mess hall experience. Mostly overseas, right?
Overseas.
Not so much here.
Not so much here. When I was in Korea, I had to eat at the DFAC, and there
Mhm.
was one. And it would get kind of crowded. We had a lot of katusas, which are the Korean soldiers that work on the base with us.
Right.
There was a ton of them, and they always lined up around.
Right.
So, it was hard getting into it, but once I was in, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the food.
Holiday meals. Had them in the DFAC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like going home to mom's house.
No.
Let's face it, but
It's the
they
spirit.
do pull out all the stuff.
Yeah, they really do.
So we will be talking to the folks who make that happen next week.
I'm super excited. I can't wait.
I am very excited too.
I love talking about food.
I shouldn't talk about food as much. You guys are still in the Army and fit. You know, I'm 12, 15 years retired and 5 pounds
Hey,
a
you
year.
got the good life. We're all trying to get to that point.
Adding 5 pounds a year in retirement does not bode well.
Oh. You earned it, though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's bought and paid for, that's for sure.
That's true.
And with that, ladies, I think we're done. So you want to say goodbye? The music's playing.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Peace out.
Au revoir. Is that what
Hasta
you-
la vista.
Au revoir.
Hasta la vista.
Well, that one came out
Baby.
better. How about you?
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Driving down the road